I remember this day like it was yesterday. About 3 years ago, my mom we were in a Chipotle parking lot, and she noticed that I had been staring at a bruise that was on her arm. And when she caught my glance, I'll never forget that she hugged me, and it was awkward a little bit because I knew that she was about to tell me something, and she gave me this hug and then proceeded to tell me that they had found a lump and that she had breast cancer. I made the walk down the aisle to commit my life to Christ when I was 9 years old. I thought that a relationship with Christ consisted of rules. I knew little about the Lord's love, mercy, and His grace. I was raised to be very goal and task-oriented. I prided myself on my accomplishments and my success. I really thought that I had it all figured out. I received a scholarship to Illinois State University and double majored, had 5 internships within 4 years, great job, a few job offers, a great friend group, and what I thought was a healthy family. Until I found out about my mother's illness, and everything seemed to be kind of falling into place. In that moment in Chipotle, my life just kind of came crashing down. The same news in the same breath was that she had stage 3 breast cancer, almost 4. And within the next 2 months, she would have a mastectomy and start a really intense regimen of chemo. The structure that I thought I had, I no longer had, because the woman that I had looked up to for so many years was ill. There was nothing I could do. The situation was uncontrollable. The 5th and 6th rounds of chemo for my mother would put her in the hospital. And the 6th round in particular was very hard to watch. She was in the hospital for about 18 days in which she couldn't eat or drink. And watching her and not being able to control that situation or help her or fix her and her health was extremely difficult for me. How could she serve a God that would put her in a hospital bed for 18 days? I didn't really understand how He could do this to her. I moved to Dallas, landed what I thought was the dream job. There was a day in which I had just hung out with friends. I had a successful day at work, and I had just got off the phone with my parents, and my mother had passed yet another 3-month checkup in which she was still clean and cancer-free. In that moment in which I thought that I had everything figured out, structure was back in my life, I felt so empty, and I still felt lacking. I was down on my knees and crying out to the Lord for Him to lift this weight off of my shoulders. I realized that I wasn't in control. I was never meant to have control. That moment was a very a moment of desperation for me. The Lord completely lifted that weight of perfection and structure off of me. I physically felt that the weight was lifted off of me. Because of this experience, I've learned that I can trust fully in His plan, and that I don't have to be in control, that I wasn't meant to be in control, that He's paid that price for me, and that His grace and mercy is enough, that there was nothing that I could do or say that was going to change that. My name is Cassandra Settles. This was my day one.